To the 22 of Chad King as we take a look at the lineup for heat race number 5. It'll line up like this on the pole. It will be PJ Dyke out of California. To his outside, it'll be the X-Machine from San Jose, Rob Gallagher. Row number 2 on the inside, Medford, Oregon's Jeremy Ritchie in 15J. To his outside, it'll be Jason Rogers, the 37 out of Selden, Kansas. Row number 3, Chris Tuchscher out of Burlington, North Dakota, the 67 Machine. To his outside, the Leaf Spring Bandit in 007. That's Cortez, Colorado's Tony Hill. 4th row on the inside, the 82P. That's John Parmalee from Phoenix. To his outside, Bill Bracken of Meade, Colorado in 19B. And Jason Storbakken, the short straw here tonight. He'll start shotgun the field. Heat race number 5 set to roll out onto the speedway. Buckaroo, you got another heat race winner down there?
Well, I do. He's taking the lid off. Former winner in this year's Winter Nationals, Todd Heinrich, getting a heat race win there, man. This Winter Nationals, it can be a Hawaiian roller coaster ride. Sometimes you're hanging 10 on a big wave, and sometimes you splash out. Good to see on the final night, you guys having some speed.
Yeah, for sure. It's been great to be here. Something I've never done before. Really enjoying myself. Really glad to see that yellow flag, or I would have got second place. But hey, it is what it is, right?
Absolutely. Well, hopefully the feature goes really well for you here tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate that. We're here to have fun.
All right. Let's see what he can do. 38, Todd Heinrich.
So heat race number 5 rolling around the top of the speedway, trying to get everything marched in and ready to rock and roll here. PJ Dyke gonna roll from the pole. Heat race number 5. 6 of them slated up here for your stock cars. The hobby stocks are making their way on in. They'll have the next set of heat races. The caution light remains on. Looks like trying to get a little bit of march in on the top side, roll up some of that cushion, get it wide and usable. Want to welcome everybody in, looking in live with us on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks to our friends at Summit Racing Equipment. The 2025 IMCA TV Winter Nationals here at Central Arizona Raceway. We get set to go with heat race number 5 for your stock cars. PJ Dyke on the pin for this one. Caution lights go out down the back straightaway to the DRD graphics start zone in turn number 4. That's where the action shall commence. Green flag gonna wave. PJ Dyke's on the hammer. We're underway.
Underway in this one, down into turns 1 and 2. How about the 15? The 15J of Jeremy Ritchie right through the middle and right to the top spot as we are roughly 3 wide there in the back half of this one. And this track coming around here right now. Ritchie's leading, but Gallagher not going to let him get away.
Gallagher stuck a hard left to the inside of Ritchie down in 3 and 4. Spicy looking move as he'll now slide back into the number 2 spot and reassess. Jason Rogers trying to gallop into the picture as we work the top 3 cars. Back to the stripe, 2 down, 6 to go. Jeremy Ritchie still your race leader.
Boy, Tuchscher was way upstairs there coming out of turn number 4. Has Bill Brack dead ahead. Brack in the 19, a top 6 run a couple of days ago here at Central Arizona Raceway. Side by side for not only the lead, but several other battles here on track. And a new leader this time, Rob Gallagher to turn number 2.
Gallagher looking real good down in turns 3 and 4. He's got that corner figured out as he'll look to expand on the race lead down into 3 and 4 this time by. It'll be halfway home. 4 laps scored, 4 laps to go. We know that because Bubba's got 2 flags crossed.
Gallagher, Ritchie, Bill Brack now racing his way up into the top 3. Jason Rogers been in the mix more days than not. Races to the inside of Dyke here out of turn number 2. And give the nod to Rogers as we are on board with him here on IMCA TV. Gallagher, your leader, going to 1 and 2.
Working them down into turns 1 and 2. Good stuff here behind your race leader as he steps away. San Jose driver in the X car, looking to the waving green this time by 2 laps to go. Jeremy Ritchie's got company again. Here comes Bill Brack, Colorado driver, working into the number 2 spot.
Yeah, Bill Brack just put into the Colorado Racing Hall of Fame. And a great run here again today as Rogers, he started 4th, fell back, got to 4th, now he's to 3rd as we come here to the white flag.
Good paddles going on. Jeremy Ritchie's got trouble down the front straightaway, slowed and woed. Everybody going to roll on by. He'll stay safely out of harm's way in the battle for the number 2 spot. Cranking on here as Meade tries to hang on to, or Bill Brack tries to hang on to it. Jason Rogers going to give him one last charge. The checkers will dance off at turn 4. Rob Gallagher, Bill Brack, Jason Rogers, PJ Dyke, and Chris Tuchscher going to be your top 5 cars coming home. Heat race number 5 a wrap. Heat race number 6 going to line up like this.
Final heat race, and is brought to you by Performance Bodies and Parts. Jeremy Hare out of Wishick, North Dakota. The 195 is on the inside of the first row, alongside the 127 of Andy Morris out of Fort Gibson, Oklahoma.
Row number 2 on the inside to be Ryan Gilland out of Sterling, Nebraska. The 46 X car to his outside. 183 out of Green River, Wyoming. It's Braxton Yeager.
Cody Humphrey from Milano, Oregon, the 121 on the inside of the 3rd row. Alongside it, Speedy Madrid from Phoenix in the 15.
Final row on the inside, Danny Mack, Dan McIntoon out of Hamburg, Minnesota, the 92 to his outside. Willie G out of Calera, Oklahoma, the 60 car. William Gould starts shotgun the field. Just get a little update here. Just got a text message from Bill from Fugly Push Company.
Okay.
So they auctioned off. We've talked about the guitar. We raffled that off.
The
first week. The winner of that said,
which was Mitchell
Ferguson, the owner of the 21 MF. He said, I don't want it per se. Just go auction it off. Like, take the money, auction it off again. Cool. So this afternoon, drivers meeting, they auction the thing off.
Okay.
Brad Johnson, whose son Tate Johnson won last night, his first modified feature won the guitar for $1,600.
Okay.
Then he said, throw it back in there. Let's auction it off again. So then they turned around. Mitchell Ferguson, who won it the first time, rebought it again for $1,000. Donated it to Chaz Baca Sr.
Okay.
Currently, through this guitar and all the efforts of the Fugly Push Company, everybody here at Central Arizona Raceway and a whole host of folks have raised $8,661 that they're going to donate to a children's burn unit clinic here in the area. So hats off to those guys. Really cool stuff, man. There's nothing cooler than donating money to kids that need things and can use it.
Yeah, just an amazing story. Grateful for that to happen. Ben, I think we got some time. Go ahead.
Well, he's a diamond ring wearing, Rolex wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, jet flying, son of a gun. Rob Gallagher, way to go on that Heat Race win.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I got to thank my dad. He's been prepping these cars for a couple of months before this trip through the holidays, and we haven't had out of 5 cars one mechanical failure or lack of maintenance failure. And so I appreciate that, all the work he puts in. My son Bobby and Daniel and Martine are here. Ryan's cooking for us. William, Toby, Theodore are all here busting their butt and playing real hard in the dirt. And I got to thank my wife and my girls at home for supporting this deal and allowing the boys to go out and play in the desert.
Awesome job, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thanks for all the fans coming out here. Thank you to Brad and all the track staff for putting this show on. We look forward to it. It's a highlight of our year. It's a good way to start my year, clear my head, go racing for a couple of weeks, and then hit the business hard when I get home.
By the way, Mrs. Gallagher, he wasn't kissing anybody.
There you go. See, baby?
No pillow talk in the infield. Out of turn number 4 and down the home straightaway. We are under the green flag. Morris upstairs. The 195 hanging tough there to the inside. That is Jeremy Hare out of Wishick, North Dakota. Ryan Gillen there in the 46. That's how the top 3 runs here on lap number 1.
Good looking battle across your top 5 as they work them single file off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Jeremy Hare going to sneak up the hill there. Ryan Gillen will pull alongside down into 3 and 4. 2 laps will score. This time by your race leader, the 27 car, out front working hard.
Morris leading, Hare there in the 2nd spot. Gillen in 3rd. The 183 of Braxton Yeager applying a little bit of pressure here. Yeager sitting in that 4th spot. He made the A yesterday, finishing in the 13th position. Trying to do a little better here in his heat races. Andy Morris still your leader as we head the other way.
Willie G up from the final starting spot here. Looks like he's about +3 as he rolls along the number 5 position. Dan McIntoon's advanced 1. As we'll look back to it, halfway home this time by Andy Morris, still out front. Fort Gibson, Oklahoma driver, the 127 working the top spot.
Morris, the 127, good run here today. Made a handful, several A-mains over the last couple of weeks. And that good-looking hot rod, we seem to be staying here single file here for a moment. Yeager still working on the left-hand side, trying to get himself right there in the hip pocket of Gillen there, the Nebraska driver in the 46X, able to fend him off. Willie G, the 60 machine of William Gould, not quite able to apply the pressure yet to Braxton Yeager, but see how the next couple of laps go. We got the green flag high, 2 to go.
Things starting to get spicy in spots 2, 3, and 4 on the speedway. You see him working nose to tail in single file off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Jeremy Hare, Ryan Gillen, and Braxton Yeager all right there behind your race leader Andy Morris coming to the white flag this time by 1 to go. The black attacking 127.
Andy Morris to the back straightaway. Jeremy Hare still second. Steady as she goes amongst the top 5 here to wrap this one up. Checkers on the front straightaway at Central Arizona Raceway. Your 6th and final IMCA stock car heat race will reach its conclusion. It'll be Morris, Hare, then Gilland, then Yeager to wrap this one up.
So those of you looking in live with us from our friends at Summit Racing Equipment on the socials, Facebook and YouTube, hit us up. Let us know what you're thinking, what you're enjoying, your favorite class, your favorite moment, your favorite alias. As we go down into the infield, I do believe
maybe where you've been watching from. Just make sure you hit us up on the socials. Live look in, going to continue here for just a little bit longer, courtesy of Summit Racing, and grateful for their support and a ton of support out here for Winter Nationals. Be sure to jump on IMCA.tv to be able to view the rest of today's action, and of course be mindful of the calendar on IMCA TV, as got Clash of the Coast coming up, other big events coming up here throughout the winter.
we'll send it down to the infield, and we've got another heat race winner.
Well, it's me, it's Critter D. You kind of throw me off a little bit there, boys, but I made her for the final day here at this IMCA TV Winter Nationals, presented by Pitt Stop Motorsports. Andy Morris from Fort Gibby, OK. Saw you out there, put the old wallop on them, boy.
Yeah, it felt pretty good today. We found a little speed last night and this morning, and I got to thank my wife, Sky Morris, for letting me come out here, and Christopher Theodore and Tyler Hobson for helping me today, and Peyton Taylor for helping me with the setup on the car.
Well, great to talk to you, sir, and good luck in the feature.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, that's Andy Morris, the 127 is your heat race winner for them Sunoco IMCA stocky cars.
Thank you very much there, Critter Longstocking, and out of turn number 4, IMCA Hobby Stock Heat Race number 1 will not get started as Les Lundquist, the 9B, on the inside of the first row. The 16 is Ron Rowe starting second.
Row 2, it'll be Sebastian Tothrow out of Queen Creek, and the 96 of Nick Biggs out of Mesa.
Row number 3 from Overton, Nebraska, the 88 of Morgan Olmsted. From Chandler, Arizona, Joe Peterson, the 85.
Row number 4, it'll be Dylan Thompson out of Hastings, Nebraska, and the 11, Alana Johnson to the right flank. That's the 11A. She's out of Sholo, Arizona.
24R. He's got a long way to go in this one. Dylan Richards winning 7 times during Winter National so far. He's out of Beatrice on the inside of the 5th row. And Little Mac Charles McDaniel Jr. from Phoenix, the 18, will start 10th.
We'll try that again. Les Lundquist going to fire us off the DRD graphics start zone. And I think he's got a flat sack on the right rear. call it a hunch.
Yeah, struggling there on the back straightaway. And boy, Dylan Richards already to the top 3. He did not get hung up behind Lundqvist back there, and he might be leading by the time we get to turn number 1.
Biggs trying to hang tough there, but the big dog rolling up on the inside. Richards going to snake away that position. No surprise there. Work them back into 3 and 4. It'll be 2 laps scored this time by, as we'll hustle them to the stripe. 2 laps scored and 4 to go.
Dylan Thompson closing quickly on Biggs there. The 88 of Olmsted. Olmsted starting 5th in this one. Charging up into the top 2. Now Thompson flexing some muscle here out of the north side. Able to crawl his way up into the top 3. It'll be Richards, then Olmsted, Thompson, and Biggs, the top 4.
Good looking battle here as Thompson's got trouble. He pounded concrete on the exit of turn 2, lose 1, gather it back together, but he's working in the number 4 spot. Lap car in front of your race leader. Get evasive. Dylan Richards up on the steering and gearing there, that 24R car. Unscathed, unblemished, and darn near perfect through our IMCA TV Winter Nationals.
Boy, a little closer than I think he wanted there out of turn number 4. I think surprised by the closing speed there for a moment at track is clear. White flag in the air. Dylan Richards rolling 7s yesterday. He has won 6 points-paying races. He won the 40-lap non-point event for IMCA Hobby Stocks on our practice day to kick off week number 2 of Winter Nationals. He will win his heat race and move on to the show. Olmsted, good run in second. Thompson will complete the top 3. Biggs there in the 4th spot.
Dylan Richards started 9 plus 8.
I know.
Outhouse to penthouse. Good Lord.
Heat race number 2 brought to you by B&B Racing Chassis. It'll have Bingston Rogers, 37 out of Selden, Kansas, on the inside of the first row. On the outside, Chris Cruel from Casa Grande, the 49.
Row number 2 on the inside, it'll be Bobby Gallagher, the 1X car out of San Jose, to his outside. Caleb Stormachen in 16C.
Row number 3 is Scott Bernards from Phoenix in 95. On the outside from Bayfield, Colorado, that is Hunter Farrell in the 4.
Row number 4 on the inside, it'll be Nathan Duragan out of Peoria in 19, to his outside. Rick Thornton Sr., the 53s out of Chandler, Arizona.
Row number 5, Paul O'Connor, the 79 from Surprise, Arizona. Alongside is Revan Bidding from Phoenix, Arizona in the 10. Critter, what's going on?
Well, we got old Dylan Richards down here doing what Dylan Richards likes to do, and that's whip up on the competition. I tell you what, boy, Buford T. Justice might have his eye on you because you're a dadgum maniac out there just rolling and with all that speed.
Yeah, you know, the car's pretty good on all track conditions, so we knew it was going to be tough starting back there at 9th, but it kind of worked out on the first lap, and them guys kind of pushed up the racetrack, and we hit the bottom, and that's all it was.
Well, this Nebraska boy, he's BAD fast. We'll see what he can do in the feature. Good luck.
Thank you.
Found out earlier today that Dylan's wife, Kaylee, a Lady Eagle winner, Sport Compact Division, so he may not even be the fastest driver in his house. He's the fastest one here, though.
He's put it on him so far as we continue our live look in. Over the shoulder of Bobby Gallagher, San Jose, California, the 1X car. We'll fire off on the inside of row number 2 in our second hobby stock heat race. All drivers will qualify. Thumbs up to the driver next door. There's Gallagher alongside the 16C of Caleb Storbakken. Lights down, Bingston Rogers, Chris Cruel on row number 1. Ready to go for 6. One more hobby stock heat race after this. And we move on to our IMCA Northern Sport Mods. Gonna fire. Boy, somebody got a big jump, and we have a little bit of a mess here on the front straightaway.
Well, the get up and go got up and went. Bingston Rogers' 37 machine did not. As we'll work down the back straightaway, Scott Bernard's going to be the big winner out of that. He got the jump, the clear, and the clean. He'll lead us back to lap number 1, scored complete.
Yeah, boy. The benefactor of that one, Scott Bernard's, the 95, started inside row number 3, was able to get clear of everybody trying to take evasive action of Bingston Rogers, who was on the pole. And as you said, still under green in this one, Storbakken working the upper line there for a moment. Storbakken put him now up into the 3rd position.
Get a good look there with Bobby Gallagher rolling along the outside of the 10 Revan bidding, trying to hang on to it. Big long look down the back straightaway here at Central Arizona Raceway. That car on the move, the 49 car, slowing down the back straightaway. The battle for the race lead picking up now as Hunter Farrell comes to call.
Boy, Hunter Farrell over the last lap and a half or so, really digging the spurs deep in the flank of the 4 car, has run down your race leader, Bernard's, able to hold him off for now. And that battle is going to continue to rage here out of turn number 4. Hunter Farrell, well, not quite to the top spot, but getting close.
Bobby Gallagher, the 1X car with a flat sack down the back straightaway there, trying to manage to get that car to a safe place as we work our battle for the race lead off into turns 3 and 4. White flag going to go up into the air this time by Bernards, gets tailed out there. Here comes Hunter Farrell trying to sneak a peek.
Well, Hunter Farrell has caught him. What's he going to do with him now? Thought he was going to try and drive down the banking. Thought better of it for a moment, a half car length away on the back straightaway. And Scott Bernard's the 95. Say, make my way out of puberty there for a moment. Let's see who wins. This one in the front straightaway, Bernard's will hang on to it. Farrell second, Storbakken in the 3rd position, and Dragon, who has been quick much of the time here during Winter Nationals, will finish 4th. And we will give you the starting lineup, courtesy of B&B Racing Chassis. For heat race number 3, Steve Bidding Jr. out of Phoenix in the 2ND on the inside of the 1st row, alongside from Show Low, that is the 13D of Danny Johnson.
Row 2 on the inside, the 66B out of Peoria, Arizona, that's Braxton Eichelberger. His outside at 10, Zoe Deckers out of Yuma in the 36B.
Joel McGee has won a ton of heat races here the last couple of weeks. Driver out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. The 9X on the inside of the 3rd row. And Blake Lunenberg, 3rd in points coming into today out of Reading, Minnesota. He is in the 16X.
Row number 4 on the inside will be Riley Gaston on a Show Low in 27. To her outside the 3N out of Adams, Nebraska's Neo Pella. Joe Gallagher out of Manassas, Virginia, going to start shotgun the field here. The short straw in heat race number 3.
Critter, what you got?
Well, I got our latest heat race winner here in Scott Bernard's. And Scott, I tell you what, son, you were rolling with the capital R, capital O. Is there 2 L's? Well, there were some L's in there, but good job, my friend.
Thank you.
Well, it's the last day. It's kind of a sad day, isn't it, of Winter Nationals?
Yeah, I'm struggling the last couple days, so it's good to get a heat race win.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Well, I said thank you, and he's been struggling, and it's good to get a heat race win. That's your Critter Creature report down here. Brad and Mason, back to you boys.
Thank you very much, Critter Longstocking. We appreciate your efforts here today, filling in for Ben. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on the social channels and the live look-in brought to you by Summit Racing. Be sure to head to imca.tv for all the info for the rest of today's action. We'd love to have you along here at the 2025 Championship Day for the IMCA TV Winter Nationals presented by Pitt Stop Motorsports. We come to green out of 4 and underway.
Joel McGee trying to sneaky Pete on the inside of your race leader. As we slow rolled him to the green flag, Steve Bidding Jr. going to lead us the way down the back straightaway. Joel McGee up there trying to challenge a couple of heat race wins here.